Good morning, grade 12s and grade 12 teachers. Today, I quickly want to tap on building blocks because what I found is that it can be chaotic. There are some learners that can score easy marks here. The first thing that I want to emphasize is that when we work with a specific row, if we must have a building block for that specific row, please make sure that that building block is in the same row as the record. So what I'm going to show you here is, let's say you have to extract the first two characters of the country. So we know that it's equals on the left. We know that the text is Ethiopia. We know that it is two characters. You can see there my building block is in the same row. Please do that when we have to do a building block on each record that is in these rows. And then you just autofill it down to the bottom. So we know that ET is row 13, that's Ethiopia. We know SA is South Africa, and so forth. The next thing that I quickly want to say is that we'll find that in the exam that learners enter a functional formula here, but you have no clue what they're trying to achieve. So what I always ask the learners, well, what would have been nice is we have a heading here where we can say to the marker, we have extracted two characters of the country. So here I just give a heading in my own words on what did I try to achieve here. Okay, so that can be either at the top, I'll prefer it at the top, or here at the bottom. Just give it a small heading so that the marker knows exactly what you try to do. Remember, this building block is based on each row. So we are working there with each row's building block. Must be in the same row as the record. The next thing that I want to quickly show you is the building blocks that are random. So you'll find that learners do random building blocks here in all these cells and somewhere here, and it is a bit chaotic. So the marker, we don't normally know what you are trying to achieve. So this is a tip that I'm also teaching my current grade 12s. So I'll merge the cells here and I'll call it random building blocks. Random building blocks. So here I have again heading, and here I have my calculation. So now, let's say for argument's sake, you have to work out the percentage of people that are 50 years and older. So now we're going to have a building block here. I'm going to first say number of people 50 years or older. So now I have their heading. I'm just going to make it wide so you can see the whole heading. So here I know, okay, it's going to be count if in the range of the age. And then I know, okay, it's all the people that are bigger than or equal to 50 years or older. I can see, okay, there are 24 people that are 50 years old. Now what I'm going to do is I'm first going to now have here a heading that states what I'm trying to do. And I'm going to have the total number of people. And here I'm going to say just count A. And then I'm going to count just the age. Could have used count as well. But now I know, okay, there are 24 people that are 50 years or older. The total number of people are 50. And now for argument's sake, they ask you in cell, it's not the question, but let's say in 3.4, they ask you, work out the percentage of how many people are 50 years older. So now it's easy. I'm going to say equal sign. Okay, my 24 divided by 50 times 100. I get there 48. You could have formatted it to percentage and move the 100, but you get my point. So you can see that it's quite now easy to see, okay, what I tried to calculate here was first, in this cell, is all the people that are 50 years or older. And then I said, okay, the total number of people. This is random building blocks. So this is a building block that is not based on each record. And then I used that building block to get to my final answer in F5. So just quick recap, 2 seconds. First thing, when we work with building blocks, and it's row building blocks, and it must be based on each record, we make sure it's in the same line, and we autofill it down to the bottom. The second thing, I like to give it a heading. It's not needed if you're 100% sure what you are doing, but a lot of times the learners aren't sure, or there's an error in the calculation or formula, then the markers or function, then the markers struggle to actually see what you're trying to calculate. That's why I said at the bottom, or at the top or the bottom, just give it a heading that you like, that describes what you're trying to do. Then, if it is a building block that is random, that is based on not each record, so that is where we have, for instance, count if, where we have to calculate how many people, or count how many people are 50 years or older, there's a heading that I type physically in. Now the marker knows, okay, I tried to calculate people that are 50 years or older, and they can then work out in your formula or function as well. This is quite nice if you're not 100% sure on the function or formula that you should use. Okay, and then here, the total number of people, we just count A, and then we said, okay, the percentage of people that are 50 years or older, we'll say our building blocks divided, Q16 divided by Q17 times 100. So I want us maybe to have unity when it comes to these building blocks, because the learners can score quite easy marks. Even if they have one of these two functions correct, they can score a couple of marks. But it's important for us as teachers to assist the learners to make sure that they understand how to use these building blocks so that it's not all over. Please, I would like that they use this space here for the building blocks, because that is where they provide it to us. But if they have a place here at the top, and I know a lot of learners, they do it here. And please make sure, if you do it somewhere else than the building blocks, for one or unknown reasons, please make sure as soon as I open up the spreadsheet that I can see it. So don't do it here on the right hand side next to the building blocks, because the marker will not scroll there. Do it here. We'll say the random building blocks, random building blocks, and then you'll have there again heading, and then there your calculation. And then you can do exactly what I did with building blocks. Thank you for listening, guys. I hope it will assist you and maybe you let the learners achieve better marks in Excel.